Welcome to BODS Mayhem Hour, your source for all hard rock, heavy metal, new metal, alternative, punk, horror punk, hardcore, rock, and all local bands with your host, John the Bod, aka the Bodfather.
This is Marlon from the band Autopilot, and you're listening to BODS Mayhem Hour.
The views and opinions of the guest do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of BODS Mayhem Radio Network, its staff, affiliates, or sponsors. Parental discretion is advised. Welcome to BODS Mayhem Radio Network.
Hey everybody, welcome to BODS Mayhem Hour. I'm your host, John the Bod, aka the Bodfather. As always, I'm bringing you guys and gals awesome interviews. Today, it's an honor and a privilege to have Mr. Marlon Harder. He is from the band Autopilot. Canadian alternative rock band Autopilot has released their album Afterglow out now, and they have released the official music video for their single Undisguised, which is also out now. And if you have not got to check out Autopilot, please, if you're a fan of like rock and just easy stuff, man, just to relax to, plus get the vibes going as well, give this band a good shot. Because I'm telling you, you may find another diamond in the rough. Trust me. And as I was telling Marlon before the show, or the interview, I should say, Autopilot reminds me of the Killers, but a more up-to-date version of the Killers, if that makes sense. But it's really, really good stuff. So, Marlon, man, welcome to the show, and how you doing?
Good, thanks for having me.
Let's jump right into this, good sir. How's it been working with Tag Publicity so far?
Good. Yeah, they just started working with us a few weeks ago, I guess, promoting the new single and the album. So yeah, it's good to have them on board.
Canadian Musician Magazine, who called you guys, and I quote, quite possibly one of the hardest working bands in the country. Let's talk about that because, I mean, you guys are touring and working your asses off relentlessly. Yeah,
we love to tour and we love to write and record and just, I don't know, love playing. Every aspect of music is what we're into. So it takes a lot when we're still independent, mostly intentionally at this point. We're getting some good offers on the table now. So yeah, it takes a lot of your time though when you're doing a lot of jobs at one time.
How important is that to an independent band to be on the road constantly?
Well, like for us, like we live in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, and like that's above North Dakota for people that don't know. And we live in a population of about 1 million, and the province is the size of Texas. So we have to drive to hit major markets. And so as soon as we start touring in the U.S., the major markets are so close. So that's kind of been our focus, getting out of Canada a bit and just touring so we don't have to do the massive drives and hitting bigger populations to get our music out there.
Marlon, when you were sick unexpectedly, how much of a setback was that for the band, if any? And how much did that push you to continue as a musician to get your stuff out there now?
Well, it definitely set us back quite a bit. Yeah, I had surgery for Crohn's, so we had a record ready to go, and we basically shelved it. And after that was all done, and like I was 100% again, we rewrote the album and just kind of went from there. And it kind of changed the way I looked at music and how I wrote music, and definitely made me push a lot harder at doing it.
What's impressed or excited you the most about making the new album Afterglow, if anything? What sticks out about it for you?
I don't know, like the album itself, like we released like Hurricane as the first single on a 45, and we toured with that and did a video, and like we really took our time writing and recording this. So we wanted this to be something that was the best work we've done to date, and also with that we wanted to just tour and have people hear it instead of putting all the time in and not really having the audience that we want.
Autopilot has released the official music video for your single Undisguised. Was it hard to choose between the current set of songs on this album which one would be the first single, let alone a video for you guys. Did you guys have any toss-ups to say, well, let's do this one, no, let's do that one?
Well, we put out Weightless for a single, and we had a video for that. And then we did a video for the track Living Dead and put that out. So we've basically just been kind of putting out videos quite often here. And this was definitely a track that's in line that we wanted to kind of focus on and have people hear it along with the video.
Music video for Undisguised was directed by Kevin Van Witt. How's working with him on this, man?
Oh, it was really good. We were in New York for a while on tour, and we had a few days off, so we got in contact with him. Yeah, we took about 2 or 3 days, and shot it in Manhattan, and it was awesome. He's a really professional guy. It was actually, we were so impressed working with him that our last tour that we just got back from here, we shot another video for the track Modern Age. So that one is in editing right now, and that'll be out sometime here in the future.
That was going to be my next question. I know working with a familiar face like that, could you see yourself working with him again down the road?
Yeah, we got some plans of doing that too. Yeah, we also worked with a company here in Saskatoon, and they did 2 videos for us. So we kind of have a group of people that we know do good work, and we like to go back and just keep on, expanding who we work with, but go back to the people we know too when it works.
Any songs standing out more to you than any right now on this album? I know it must change every time that you listen to it, and I know you're close to these, but are there any that stick out for you?
There's quite a few tracks, which is kind of weird. Normally there's one that sticks out, but there's probably about 4 of them that are sticking out to me right now. And I don't know, everybody in the band has their own favorite songs and the ones that stick out. But for me, it was Weightless when it first came out. And then now, like, Undisguised was something that, that's one of our favorite songs to play live too. And after this, we also have another video for the title track Afterglow. We did that here in Saskatoon. The house next to me was getting torn down. So I talked to the new owners that were taking the house down and asked them if we could throw a party in there and kind of trash the place and shoot a video as like a house party. And so, yeah, they let us do it. And we had to bring generators in because the power was out and everything. And we crammed a whole bunch of people in there. And, yeah, so that's another track that's coming out here probably sometime in the fall, another video.
Why do you think that some of these songs are more closer to you than previous ones, you think, possibly?
Probably the time writing them, the time we spent writing them and also playing them. I guess the more you play it live, some people can really musicians get really sick of playing the same songs every night. But
sure, yeah.
I think in this case, some of them we've got closer to just by playing them maybe even differently live. And I guess it's seeing the crowd's reaction too when you're playing a song and seeing what it means to other people.
You guys team back up again with producer S.J. Kardash. How is working with this guy, and plus a familiar face who knows exactly what you guys want?
He is, in my opinion, one of the better producers. I think he should be in L.A. or New York producing records. And we're lucky to have somebody like that, here. And yeah, he works as hard as we do. And yeah, now he's actually playing in the band Rainwolf, playing bass in that band. So I think they're actually opening up for the Who tonight.
Oh, that's cool. That is awesome, man. Working with him though, does he push you guys and gets that extra effort that you may have not have gotten with anybody else, maybe possibly?
Oh yeah. A lot of the time was me and him in the studio, and yeah, he would really push me in every aspect of vocals to lyrics to everything. So it's always good to have somebody that you bring them something and they say, well, that's good, but it can be better.
But that's good though, because that's his product that he's also putting out there, not just with you guys. That's his product as well.
Yeah, definitely. He was very happy with the final result too.
The album art was done by Chris, and I hope I pronounced his last name correctly, Morin. How was work with him on this to get exactly what you guys wanted? He's actually became a really close friend, and he's actually filled in playing bass before too.
So when it came down to doing the artwork, we were having beers one night, and I was talking about like what we could do to make the artwork original. And so he came up with the idea of, for the vinyl, for ordering blank jackets and hand screen printing them, because he has a screen print studio. And so, like, as we were talking about it, he's like, well, I can put glow-in-the-dark ink on there too. So yeah, the artwork is amazing. Like, the cover glows in the dark, and there's 5 different colors of vinyl, and like all limited runs. So he just kind of knew what would fit for the band, for the artwork, and just having like an original work of art, I guess.
What do you hope everyone takes away from this new album, or message you hope they hear while listening to it, or just any of Autopilot's music in general?
I don't know. I think everybody gets something different. So I guess it's, I like it when people get different takes on different songs. I don't think there's necessarily one thing that we're pushing or trying to portray necessarily.
Marlon, do you still see this band musically growing from where it started, or has it just been more of a personal growth for each of you guys involved?
Oh, I think the band's, growing a lot. Like, we grow as musicians, and I know I've grown like as a songwriter with every album that we do. And even this summer, when we're not on the road here, we're going to be writing and recording the next record for next year. So yeah, I think when you're not growing anymore, that's when your music becomes stale.
Yeah, that's when you pretty much just die as a band, because it just goes downhill from there pretty much.
Yeah.
How much local support does Autopilot get via venues and airplay, if any, possibly?
It's good. Like, yeah, Saskatoon's good. As far as airplay here, like the college radio is really good in Canada, and we've had a lot of support as far as that goes. And yeah, the rock station here and in Toronto, rock stations there have been really supportive. We do find, and maybe it's because most of the team we work with is in the U.S., that we have been getting a lot more U.S. radio, and a lot more of a response coming from the States.
When you're going into the recording studio, do you do anything differently during the writing and recording process to help keep your mind fresh and open, to not get bored with it? I know these are two concepts, but do you do anything that helps you out possibly?
Yeah, probably. There's probably a lot of things. Writing this album, I know me and SJ would spend 10 or 12 hours in the studio, and then I would come home and go into my rehearsal space till 3 a.m. and go over what we did that night and the next tracks I was going to do the next day, and just even reworking things, and just, I guess, mainly staying really focused on like what we're doing and how to make that better every day.
What can fans expect at a show from Autopilot who have not got to see you guys live as of yet? What are they going to get?
I guess a rock show. I play the violin bow on the guitar, so a lot of the first half of the set is just, there's not really too many breaks or anything. We just go straight into every song, and it's, high energy.
We're living in a digital era of recording albums to get music out quicker. Plus, we've got the social media aspect of this now to reach out to more fans. Do you like this that we're living in now of recording albums to get albums out quicker? Plus, we've got social media now to reach out to more folks. Do you like this or no?
Yeah, social media is awesome. Like, it can get us to people it never would before. As far as the recording aspect to get music out quicker, I think that's a mistake that a lot of people make. Like, just because you have a recording unit at home doesn't mean you know how to use it, and I don't know. It doesn't mean you're going to put out a great track. So I think that's where the saturation of shitty music comes from, because anybody can get on Spotify and record a song at home. But there's also a lot of great music that probably wouldn't have been heard before.
What made you want to become a musician? What was that spark for you, Marlon, that said, yeah, that's what I want to do right there?
When I was really young, my brother, he was like a solo musician, and I seen him like writing music and doing a lot of that, and I just thought, like, at probably 10 years old, I thought, oh, I can do this. And then it turned out that I could.
What's he say about it now, seeing his little brother being a musician from what he was doing when you were little?
Yeah, I don't know. I think he's pretty supportive of it, and I think most people are surprised that it turned out to be something that I would do with my life.
Is there a country that stands out or shocks you that Autopilot gets support from, or even your music gets played in, that you could tell possibly?
Probably, like, we've never been to France before, and I was getting emails to do like station IDs in France, so I don't even know who got the music to them or how that worked. But so it's kind of weird how, social media and all that brings it to new markets.
That's awesome, man. And here we was talking about the internet just a little bit ago. It has its good things and it has its bad things, but this is cool, man.
Yeah.
Is there a band on the bucket list for you would like to work, tour with, or maybe do an old school album split with possibly? Do you have a band for you, Marlon?
Oh, yeah, there's a lot. Probably Modest Mouse. I've always wanted to play with them before. I've hung out with Isaac Brock a few times, but we have not got to play with them yet. And also Bare Hands. I've been a big fan of Bare Hands. It'd be sweet to play with either one of those bands.
Folks, you want to get out and pick up Autopilot's new album, Afterglow. It's out right now. Please get out and pick this up and support this band. My friend Marlon, how can folks stay in touch with you guys, buy some merchandise, tour dates, things like that, all about Autopilot? How can they do that?
Probably the best place to go is autopilottheband.com, and there's all the links there. Or if you just search Autopilot Afterglow, all the social media and streaming and all those things will come up.
And before I let you go, good sir, would you care to do a promo for my show?
Sure. This is Marlon from the band Autopilot, and you're listening to BODS Mayhem Hour.
Everybody stick around. We got some great stuff coming up, and you only hear these interviews right here on BODS Mayhem Hour and BODS Mayhem Radio Network. Please get out and check out our Facebook page. It has our podcast link, YouTube link, and Twitch link. Hopefully soon our Twitch link. And also get out and pick up Autopilot's new album, Afterglow. You will not be disappointed in this band. Like I said earlier, please give them a fair chance. Marlon, thank you so much, and I wish you guys the best of luck, my friend.
Thanks a lot for the chat. It was good talking to you.
You're listening to BODS Mayhem Hour.
Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.